Namaste. Do you think shlokas and stotras were only written by ancient Indians? Then you are wrong. Even to this day, many people write shlokas and stotras. And today I am very happy to share with you all a stotra written by me for the very first time. Though I have been speaking Sanskrit from the time I started speaking, I had not attempted to write shlokas in Sanskritam, but somehow on the day of Saraswati Puja, these shlokas flowed through me. As I always say, Saraswati is nothing but the flow of ideas, creativity, knowledge, solutions to problems and also wisdom. If you want to know more about what Saraswati stands for, then check this video. I will put the link in the description also. The stotra that I have written is named Sharadarūpapañchakam. There are 5 shlokas in this stotra. I have written it in Bhujanga Prayatam Chandas, which is my favorite Chandas. Chandas is nothing but poetic meter. If you want to know more about Chandas and also want to listen to an interesting story about Bhujanga Prayatam Chandas, then check this video of mine. Link will also be put up in the description box. What is this stotra about? It is about my favorite goddess Saraswati, with whom I have a very special connection and bonding. But there is a twist to this. I have used the concept of shreeshu, which in English is called pan. Shreeshu in Sanskritam is one important alankara. Alankaras are embellishments used by poets to add more beauty to the poetry. I have used shreeshu alankara here. Shreeshu is when the words convey more than one meaning. Basically, it is what is called pan in English. First, I will recite the stotra and then I will explain the meaning and also the shreeshu, that is the pan that is hidden in it. Madamba ambamba Tattvam Sharadamba Sugita Priyagana Lola Sushila Muda Sarada Jnana Sara Pradama Suveni Suvani Suvina Pravina Sada Shridhara Radhita Dhira Mata Tavanke Aham Sarvada Saukhya Yukta Bhavat Prema Sanidhyameva Valambe Atas Sarvada Tvam Bhavachadanam Me कथारूपकेत्यादीनां लेखकर्त्री बहुग्रन्थकर्त्री मम ग्रन्थिहर्त्री त्वमाचार्यरूपा त्वमम्बा स्वरूपा शुभाम्बासि शुभ्रातिशुभ्रासि रूपा सुमाता हि गीर्वाणभाषा प्रवीणा विवेकप्रदा ध्यानयोगप्रदा त्वं विभूषास्ति ग्रन्थपुरस्कारभूषा सुसंस्कृतभाषा तु भूषास्ति यस्याः त्वमेवासि पात्री त्वमेवासि वक्त्री त्वमेवासि धात्री मम ज्ञानदात्री त्वमेवासि विद्याधरी ज्ञानधारा त्वमेवासि अम्बा त्वमेव ममाम्बा त्वमेवासि अम्बा त्वमेव ममाम्बा. This stotra is definitely about Saraswati, but I have written it in such a way that the first 2 shlokas also speak about my grandmother and the last 3 shlokas speak also about my mother. So you might perceive the meaning of Saraswati only, but I have written it in such a way that it refers to my mother and grandmother too, because all these 3 feminine forces, which are Goddess Saraswati, my grandmother and my mother, are extremely near and dear to me. In fact, you can say that they shaped me to what I am now. My grandmother's name is Sharada and she is no more in the physical body, but I keep feeling her presence very often. It is a feeling that comforts me, and I call her Paati, which in Tamil means grandmother, and she is my mother's mother and I have spent a lot of time with her, so you can say she is like a second mother to me. And my mother, as most of you might be knowing, is Dr. Rupa, a Sanskrit scholar, now retired. She was the professor and head of the Department of Sanskrit in Maharaja's College, which is under the University of Mysore. For my mother, Sanskrit was not just her profession but also her passion. She spoke to me and my sister only in Sanskritam from the time we started speaking. Till this day, the conversation between me, my mother and my sister happens only in Sanskritam. With others in the family we speak in Tamil, but amongst the three of us we converse in Sanskritam only. And also the other mother that I have is goddess Saraswati. I have a very strong bond and connection with her, which I don't think I'll be able to explain to you all. What I can say is, sometimes I too get stuck in understanding the meaning of some shlokas or some concepts in Sanskritam. The moment I connect with Saraswati, I don't know how, but in some time I do get clarity and also answers to my doubts. It's almost like someone is putting the answers in my brain. She's a very sattvic goddess, and if you intend to connect with her, then I'm sure you too can do it. And some people think Saraswati's blessings are needed only for students, teachers, musicians and artists. Actually, everyone needs to connect to her energy, because Saraswati refers to the flow of wisdom, solutions to problems, insights, ideas, which could be a business idea or a creative idea. Though I know this concept that Saraswati represents the flow of ideas and creativity, giving the form of a goddess to this flow helps connect very easily, and it also helps to develop a strong bonding. How many of you would like to connect with Ma Saraswati? Let me know in the comments. If many of you are interested in getting in touch with her, I'll think of conducting a short workshop to put you all in touch with her. Also, since I wrote my own stotra, I can now connect with goddess Saraswati, my party and my amma at the same time. I am enjoying chanting this stotra. That's the beauty of Sanskritam. Actually, you don't need to be a great scholar to write shlokas, because Sanskrit is naturally a very poetic language. If you know the language and have good vocabulary and also have some knowledge of chandas, then you can do it. Now let's go into the meaning of the stotra along with the shlesha, the pun. Madamba ambamba tu tvam sharadamba sugita priyagana lola sushila muda sarada jnana sarapradama suveni suvani suvina pravina. Madamba is nothing but Mama Amba, meaning my mother. It applies to Devi Saraswati and also to my party, that is my grandma. Amba Amba is a compound word which can be expanded in two ways. Ambanam Amba, meaning mother of all mothers, which is Devi Saraswati, and it can also be expanded as Ambayaha Amba, meaning mother's mother, which is my party. Then Tvam Sharadamba means you, Mother Sharada. Since my party's name is Sharada, which is the name of goddess Saraswati, it applies to both. Sugita Priya means one who loves good music. Saraswati is the goddess worshipped by musicians and she loves good music. In fact, with her grace, good music is produced. My party also loved music and she used to sing a lot. Gana Lola means one who enjoys singing or one who likes singing. Again applies to both Saraswati and my party. Sushila means one who has a very good character. Again applies to both Saraswati and my party. Muda means one who is pleasant. Then Sarada is actually another name of Saraswati. It is not a very common name but a very beautiful meaning it has. It is Saram Dadati iti Sarada, which means one who gives the essence. If you read 100 pages but you do not know the essence of what you read, then it is just robotic reading. It is of no use. Only if you get the essence of what you read, your reading will be fruitful. Same applies to listening to lectures. If you do not get the essence of it, then it means the sounds just fell on your eardrum. Devi Saraswati, who is the personification of wisdom, gives us the essence. So she is called Sarada. Now here is the interesting shlesha. My party used to make excellent rasam. Rasam in Sanskrit is called Saraha. So this saram dadati iti sarada can also means one who gives rasam. So pun can also be fun. Then jnana saraprada. Again, this can be expanded in two ways. One is jnanasya saram pradadati iti jnana saraprada, means one who gives the essence of all knowledge. Only with Saraswati's grace you will be able to capture the essence of all knowledge. Now coming to the shlesha part, we can also expand this word jnana saraprada as jnanam sarasya pradadati iti jnana saraprada, meaning one who gives the knowledge of rasam. My party taught me how to make excellent rasam just like the way she did. She taught me all the nuances, and even to this day when I make rasam, people say it tastes just like how your party made. Then the word is ma, which means mother in Sanskritam. Saraswati is also my mother and so is my party. Suveni means one who has beautiful braid. Usually goddesses are called Suveni because if you see their representations, they have long beautiful hair. My party too had it during her youthful days. Suvani means good speech. Vani is another name of Saraswati. Speech is also something that flows. Only with her grace, speech will flow easily and a person becomes an eloquent speaker. My party also used to speak nicely. Suveena Praveena means one who is an expert in Veena. Whenever you see a picture or an idol of goddess Saraswati, you will always see a Veena in her hand. Saraswati is known for playing the Veena, and coincidentally my party used to play Veena very nicely. So it applies to her also. Sada Shri Dhararadhita Dhira Mata Tavanke Aham Sarvada Saukhya Yukta Bhavat Prema Sanidhyamevavalambe Atah Sarvada Tvam Bhavachadanam Me. Sada Sridhar Aradhita Dhira Mata. Sada means always. Sridhar Aradhita can be expanded in two ways. Sridharaha Aradhitaha Yaya Sa, meaning one by whom Sridhara was worshipped. I read the story that goddess Saraswati worshipped Lord Vishnu in some Purana. In case of my grandma, she had a spiritual master, Sridhara Swami. Swamiji lived in my great grandfather's house for some time. So my grandmother has served him and also has had many miraculous divine experiences. She always kept chanting a mantra that he had given her. Even in her deathbed, she was conversing with her Guru, Sridhara Swami. Also, with respect to Saraswati, Sridhara Aradhita means one who is worshipped by Sridhara. And Sridhara is nothing but Shriyam Dharati iti Sridharaha. One who holds Shri, which means wealth or prosperity. And to attain wealth, one must have ideas, skills or creativity, and all this flows by the grace of Saraswati. So that way also Sridhara Aradhita refers to Saraswati. Dhira Mata means a brave mother. Saraswati is also brave, though she is not a warrior and she is very sattvic. She is intellectually and creatively brave. Only if we have confidence and courage, we will be able to create something and also give it to other people. Also, Saraswati balances the sattva gunas in us. Some sattva gunas which hinder our growth are staying stuck in the comfort zone, too much attachment to happiness, too much attachment to success, etc. These may look to be good on the outside, but they are actually hindrances to our growth. These can be transcended only through wisdom, and Saraswati gives that wisdom to cross these barriers that hinder our growth. Now the Shlesha part. My party has faced so many difficulties and she really is a very courageous, brave lady who overcame all these difficulties and beautifully raised 5 children. Tavanke aham sarvada saukhya yukta means on your lap I always feel comfortable. Ankaha means lap. Tava anke means on your lap. Aham is I. Sarvada is always. And saukhya yukta means one with comfort. When I am connected to Saraswati, I feel taken care of. And I used to feel so comfortable sleeping on my party's lap. Even now, when I think of it, I can feel that comfort which I cannot express in words. I'm sure many of you would have experienced the comfort of Grandma's lap. Bhavat prema sanidhyam evavalambe is Bhavatyaha prema sanidhyam eva avalambe, which means I only lean upon your loving presence. As I mentioned before, I do connect with Devi Saraswati and I do feel my party's loving presence quite often, and that is what I lean on. It's extremely comforting for me. Ataha sarvada tvam bhavachhadanam me means, so you always be my covering. That is, always be my protective force. Achhadanam means covering. Katharūpaketyadinam lekhakartri viveka prada dhyana yoga pradatvam tvamacharya rupa tvamamba swarupa shubhambasi shubhrati shubhrasi rupa. From this words onwards, the pun is about my mother. And of course, the main meaning of referring to Goddess Saraswati continues. Katharūpaketyadinam lekhakartri means one who makes people write stories. Rupaka means dramas and ityadi means etc. That refers to Saraswati. It also means one who creates or writes stories, dramas, etc. My mother has written a lot of Sanskrit books which includes dramas, stories, then explanation of stotras, so much more. The students of my level 2 course called Pragatihi read one of the dramas written by my mother. It is called Pratibhukaha. It's a very gripping drama. You cannot stop reading it because the suspense is like that. Viveka prada dhyana yoga pradatvam. Viveka prada means one who gives wisdom. Saraswati is the goddess of wisdom. For me, my mother was the one who gave me the worldly wisdom. That is, she taught me how to navigate through this world. Dhyana yoga prada means the one who gives dhyanam, that is meditation, and yoga, which means connection with the divine. Of course, Saraswati Devi gives these. Also, for me, my mother is the first person who inspired me on the path of meditation. She meditates a lot, and from a very young age, she made me do yoga. Then, Tvamacharya Rupa can be interpreted as Acharyasya athava Acharyayaha Rupe Ya Sa, the one who appears in the form of an Acharya, that is a teacher. I have put Acharyasya or Acharyayaha because Acharyasya refers to a male teacher, male Acharya, and Acharyayaha refers to female Acharya. Saraswati appears in the form of both male and female teachers that we get in our lives. Also, the word Tvam Acharya Rupa can be expanded as Tvam Acharya Rupa, meaning you are Acharya Rupa. My mother was an Acharya. She was a Sanskrit professor. Then Tvam Amba Swarupa is Tvam Amba Swarupa, means you are in the form of a mother. Saraswati is also in the form of a mother, and she is for me in the form of my physical mother too. Shubhambasi, when split, will be Shubhamba Asi, which means you are Shubhamba. This word Shubhamba can be interpreted in two ways. That's the beauty of samasas in Sanskritam, which I teach in my level 2 course. Shubhamba can be Shubha Amba, meaning an auspicious mother. Also, the word Shubhamba can be expanded as Shubhayaha Amba, meaning the mother of Shubha, which is me. My name is Shubha, so my mother is Shubhamba. Both Saraswati and Dr. Rupa are my mothers. In fact, sometimes I feel Saraswati manifested physically in the form of my mother. Shubhrati Shubhrasi Rupa. Shubhrati Shubhrasi means you are cleanest of the clean. Goddess Saraswati is a very sattvic goddess, and she is always represented as extremely clean. Mostly you will see her representations in clean white sari with golden border, which actually tells about how clean she is. In fact, for creativity or knowledge to flow in, the mind space has to be clean. And my mother Rupa is a cleanliness freak. You can't imagine how much of a cleanliness freak she is. That much is her obsession with cleanliness. Sumata higirvana bhasha praveena bahugranth kartri mama granthi hartri vibhushasti grantha puraskara bhusha susamskrita bhasha tu bhushasti yasyah. Sumata means a good mother. Obviously applies to both Saraswati and my mother. Girvana bhasha praveena means an expert in Girvana bhasha. Girvana bhasha is another name for Sanskrit language. Of course, Saraswati is the highest expert in Sanskrit. My mother is also an expert in Sanskrit. Then Bahugrantha Kartri means the maker or creator of many books. There are so many authors who have written so many books. How were they able to write these books? Because of the flow of ideas, creativity and wisdom that happened through them. And this flow of ideas, creativity and wisdom is nothing but Saraswati. So ultimately she is the creator of many books. My mother has also written many books and they have been published by many publishers like Sudharma, Janapada Prakashana, Ramakrishna Mission, etc. Then Mama Granthi Hartri means the one who removes my difficulties. Applies to Saraswati Devi and also to all mothers including mine. I have a funny shlesha here. This came when I put the word Mama Granthi Hartri, this is what actually ran in my mind. Granthi also means knot. It could be any knot. My mother used to remove the knots in my hair. I had long hair and she used to maintain it by removing knots and oiling it. Then Vibhushasti Grantha Puraskara Bhusha. Vibhusha means adornment. It also means splendor. Grantha Puraskara Bhusha again can be expanded into two different ways. First, I will do it with reference to Saraswati. Granthaha eva puraskaraha bhushaha cha yasyaha. Meaning, one for whom books are awards and also adornments. If you see the image of Saraswati Devi, she won't be wearing too many jewels like other goddesses. She wears very minimum jewelry, but she has books in her hands. They are her adornments. They are the ones that add to her beauty. Also, you reward Saraswati by reading books and also by writing books and also by respecting books. So, books are her adornments and also her rewards. Now coming to the meaning with reference to my mother received the Grantha Puraskara award from the Honorable Governor of Karnataka. So Grantha Puraskara Bhusha here will mean one who is adorned by the Grantha Puraskara award. Grantha Puraskaraha Bhusha Yasyaha Sa Grantha Puraskara Bhusha. Then Samskrita Bhasha tu Bhushasti Yasyaha means one for whom the Sanskrit language is an adornment, an ornament. Of course, for Goddess Saraswati, Sanskrit is a major ornament. And for my mother also, Sanskrit was her ornament. My mother is also not much interested in jewelry or dressing up. She finds her joy by immersing herself in Sanskritam. So for her also, Sanskrit language is her main ornament. Her scholarship is the main thing that adorns her. Samskrita Bhasha is her bhusha. Tvameva si patri, tvameva si vaktri, tvameva si dhatri, mama jnana datri, tvameva si vidya dhari jnana dhara, tvameva si amba, tvameva mamamba. Tvameva si patri means you are the one who protects or takes care. Obviously applies to both Saraswati and my mother. Patri means protector, a female protector. Tvameva si vaktri means you are the vaktri. Vaktri has many meanings. A female who is an eloquent speaker, a female teacher, a female scholar. All these describe Mother Saraswati and also my mother. Tvameva si dhatri means you are the dhatri. Dhatri is the one who nourishes or nurtures. Mama jnana datri, my knowledge giver, applies to both my mother and Devi Saraswati. Tvameva si vidyadhari is Tvam eva asi vidyadhari, which means you are the one who is wearing or holding vidya, knowledge. Of course, Saraswati is vidyadhari, and also my mother, who was completely into vidya. Actually, my grandfather used to call her Vidyadhari. Jnanadhara means the flow of knowledge. As I have been saying, Saraswati actually means the flow of knowledge. So, Jnanadhara refers to Saraswati. Also, the knowledge flowed through my mother and it went to many of her students and also to me. So, even she is Jnanadhara. Tvamevasi Amba means you are the mother. Tvameva Mamamba means you are my mother. Both Saraswati and Dr. Rupa are my mothers. I hope you all like this stotram that I wrote for the very first time in my life. If you like it, you can use it to worship Saraswati, to connect with Mother Saraswati. But when I say it, I will be connecting with Saraswati, my party, and also with my Amma. Of course, with my mother I can call and connect, but still the feelings I can express through this shloka. Whenever I want, I can recite and express them. I already told this to her and she said it is very nice. So I was so happy. Do let me know what you felt about this stotra and the shlesha. Hope you all will encourage this budding Kavaitri, a female poet. Agrime chitre melitasmi namovaha.